Welcome to Unpopped Review, movie reviews from a movie lover and not a movie critic. Steven Spielberg tries to capture the childlike magic and wonder of E.T. and Hook, but does he succeed? This is the BFG. The BFG, which obviously stands for the Big Friendly Giant, what else could it mean, right? Is one of many beloved children's books written by Roald Dahl, who wrote many children's books such as Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, James and the Giant Peach, The Fantastic Mr. Fox, and even Matilda. In the BFG, a little orphan girl named Sophie sees a giant outside her window. And the giant, fearing his existence has been discovered, captures Sophie and takes her to Giant Country, where she encounters numerous magical and curious things. However, when she discovers that bigger, meaner giants are kidnapping and eating small children, Sophie and the BFG must figure out a way to stop them. Now first of all, let's go and say that I've never read the BFG, so I don't know exactly how close it is to the book. But based on my quick Wikipedia research, it appears that the movie follows almost exactly along with the book. Which for some of you out there may be a good thing, and for others may be a bad thing. So with that, let's go ahead and talk about the good. Mark Rylance as the Big Friendly Giant. Just off of his Oscar win for Bridge of Spies, Mark Rylance is just a fantastic actor. He brings so much heart and generosity to a character that is basically computer generated. And honestly, I'll be really curious to know how much of it was computer generated and how much was motion capture. Because there were moments in the BFG where the giant would make facial expressions much like Mark Rylance. And it just made the performance that much better. Unfortunately, that was the only good, so we gotta move on to the eh. Overall, the movie was incredibly boring. And it seemed that the music knew it too. The music was scored by John Williams, and during the mundane and boring parts, the music would get louder, as if trying to distract from how boring everything was on screen. Now, there were moments of wonder that were truly enjoyable, but unfortunately they were more outweighed by the boring parts. Next, I think that the BFG should have either been entirely computer generated or completely shot in live action. Having the humans be real actors and the giants computer generated, it just didn't fit. It just didn't look good all the time. And the giants did look good, but having real actors run around in CG environments just doesn't look good yet. And with that, let's go and move on to the ugly. The third act. As I was watching the movie, I couldn't believe the direction that the third act was heading. I was honestly thinking there is no way this part is in the book. But I was completely wrong. And without giving anything away, the movie completely stops to basically have a tea party. It was just so stupid and so bad, I felt it belonged in a completely different story. And lastly, we have to talk about the fart jokes. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but this may be the first Spielberg movie ever to include fart jokes. And there aren't just a few, it's a pretty prominent part of the story. And I understand that it was part of the book, but it was just so out of place and it didn't progress the plot at all. And I just feel that it's one of many things that could have been changed from the original story. Now, I'm not saying the BFG is a terrible movie, but in the pantheon of Spielberg films, it is definitely near the bottom. It just doesn't have enough to make it truly interesting and good throughout the entire thing. So with that being said, I say the BFG, you should wait till Redbox. And I really hope that Steven Spielberg could find that childlike magic that he used to have. So that's what I thought of the BFG. What did you think? And what are some of your favorite Spielberg movies? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember to always keep it unpopped.